and behavior in the social environment class. First files, going through the class. I've already got a discussion board up for you guys, so take a look at that. I just downloaded the syllabus. First assignment is up too, so the genogram. So I had the syllabus right here. Human behavior in the social environment. There are two sections, or I should say two levels of this class. Dr. Allen teaches number 2. Here we tend to go through the majority of the book, and here is your book. Ashford and LaCroix, and there's a new one for 2019. If you get the old one, I'm totally okay with it. It's probably less expensive. I'm going to put up all the PowerPoints for you anyway. And I do believe this is the same book Dr. Allen uses. So we go through the first half. She covers more of the theories in there. So we're going to do about a chapter 8. And major assignments being, you can see here the first week, we want to get into the eco map and genogram. So culturegram and covering your family history. I have a good YouTube video posted up on how to do that. Then we'll go over those and then have you guys turn in. And the reason we do those is because when you are working in social work, family history has such an important role in, things that we do, things that we inherit. I've inherited pretty bad heart genetics and even like a history of cancer from my family. They're also, when you're working with clients in a private practice, you can see if their family has a history of depression and or anxiety, if there's alcoholism or addiction in the family, so that they know that those are things that they have to watch out for. So that's kind of why we do the genogram, and then the eco map is actually really helpful to do with your clients too. So we learn how to do it first with ourselves, and in the eco map, we see where the majority of our energy is spent throughout the day. So it's really a circle, and then the hours, if it's 9 hours at work, 4 hours at school, 3 hours, in family time, you might do volunteering, work at the church, things of that nature. It kind of gives us an idea of where we're spending most of our time. Again, I know that the connection is terrible. Our internet at Central State stinks today, but you can write in the chat if you'd like to. That way I know that you have seen it. If you're watching it later, you can write at any time. It's open there. You can send me questions, and I'm here every day if you wanted to come do office hours. So I know next week classes will be in person, but we're going to do the hybrid schedule. So the most likely day for me to be here all the time is Friday. So it's possible we'll do some online work, and then Fridays would be in person. Just make sure to bring your mask. So that's kind of the rule up here. Again, the book is Ashford and LaCroix. And after we do the eco map and genogram, there's really only 2 other major assignments. So there's the oral research report. Here, students are given to sign up for your oral report so you can do a PowerPoint related to behavioral science research, study from scholarly journals. So I have somebody pick a topic. If it is alcoholism, depression, mental illness is just a broad topic, but you can narrow it down to even poverty in America, therapeutic foster care, something that you're interested in practicing later on. And then you're going to teach us. So if you come in person, you'll teach it and I'll film it for you, your PowerPoint. If you do it from electronic means from home, you could film it from your cell phone and show us the PowerPoint on your laptop. Maybe send it all to us also inside of the chat. So this one says use articles since 95. I'm a little more excited when the articles are the last 5 to 7 years. So really something 2015 and like recent research, because there's a lot of stuff, especially on trauma-informed care. And we're going to get on to that topic in the first PowerPoint next week. So like how trauma affects us growing up. Here it does mention quizzes. I'm actually going to give you answers and explanations for licensure exam. I like to do that in every class so that you guys are prepared. You can take your licensure exam your last semester in college. So if you're graduating this year with your BSW, this May, you can take the test now. So I have practice questions. I have a ton that I can send you. I have hard copy books too. So if you want to come and copy it, just to practice, that's what we'll do for the quizzes. For the online attendance, we're going to do a chat, like every week we will have a discussion board. So you're going to want to have a good, thorough post about the topic at hand and then reply to some classmates. So we're actually dialoguing back and forth. And then the big final paper can be, I've given the option lately, and students seem to have appreciated that. The topic that you present on your major mental illness you're giving us the PowerPoint on can be your big final paper. That way you have the same topic, researching it all the way through. A lot of people do that in graduate school, and that becomes like your area of expertise. So something you're interested in that you can write research on, and it helps you. So that's the large paper at the end. You can also do it as it's described in the syllabus. So it's called the ethnographic study of one's family of origin. So each student will write a case report about his or her family of origin. Students are to study and cite relevant literature. So again, going into probably scholar.google.com, which is Google Scholar, has articles you can download. As of this semester, our library actually has EBSCOhost, so that's an even better website to get current research and information. So relevant literature related to your family's culture, ethnicity, and writing the paper, you will review your experiences and family experiences using your eco map and culturegram. So you're going to draw from that report if you do it this way. And it's that way it's teaching you how we like assess people and make a diagnosis of their problem and give treatment plan goals in actual social work practice. That's what I've done for the past 20 years. Your paper should address significant issues and life events that you and your family experienced. The effect these events and issues had on you and your family members. And that could be issues addressed include sexuality, drugs, peer pressure, body images, and family dynamics. How did these issues of diversity affect you guys? Show how the theories can be used to explain your behavior. So integrate your theory of choice. There's psychodynamic, psychosocial, social learning theory, and these are all in the book. Also, there is cognitive or biological theory in your paper. For example, you may want to discuss how social learning theory may explain your involvement with certain friends. The paper should be 6 to 8 pages. So this is the large final paper. And again, if you want to build on it from the very beginning, and there's a mental health diagnosis that you've seen in your family or something that you're interested in, you can do the papers on that too. So as you see here, there is the eco map and culturegram. They're 100 points each. Your oral research report. So the PowerPoint presentation is 200. Discussions are 300. And it says quizzes, but as I told you, we'll go over answers and explanation for the LSW exam. So you guys can all pass with your BSW, LSW whenever you graduate. The ethnographic study, which is your large final paper, is also 300 points. And then attendance and class responsibility, that's where in the discussions or replying to folks and checking in on the YouTubes, coming in person, really. That's another 100 points. So here are some articles. If you wanted ideas of articles, these are a little older. There are some that are in the 2000s. I think the most recent one I saw was like 04 or 05. So ideally, you'll search these articles and maybe find something even newer. This is the Journal of Human Behavior in the Social Environment, which is the name of the class. You also have Understanding Human Behavior in the Social Environment, which is our book. So if you want to cite our book, here it is. That one's actually on dating dilemmas, Journal of Human Behavior in the Social Environment. These are the authors, I should say. And it's interesting, like it's about life development from before you were born, development in the womb, the nutrition we get throughout birth as a child, and then ages 1, 2, and 3, where most of your brain development occurs. And then from there, the things that we can experience in early childhood, middle childhood, adolescence. And in this class, we kind of end at adulthood, as that's where Dr. Allen takes off and does more of the theories. So if you have any questions, again, email. I will be here. I am here every day. Monday, I see clients at my private practice 4 until 8. So I wouldn't have a full class on Monday, but I would be here for the start of class. I would just have to leave by about 3. And then Wednesdays, I see clients until 1:30 in Lebanon, so I can be up here at 2, again, right at the start of class. And then Friday is going to be most likely the full class period for us. So doing the hybrid days, Monday, Wednesday, and then in person on Fridays for sure. So check in, have a good weekend, make sure to finish your first chats, and then we'll talk about the eco map and culturegram next week. You should be able to access your PowerPoints. So if you wanted to go into the PowerPoints, go to the folder, and it would have, there's all the Ashford PowerPoints. So we'll start with this one next week. And it's the multidimensional framework for assessing current and developmental concerns. So kind of starting out, you can download all these PowerPoints and save them to your hard drive so you have a copy of them. First 2 chapters are kind of just introducing. So introduction to human behavior in the social environment, the theories. Most often uses the ecological theory. And then here, chapter 3 actually has pregnancy, birth, and the newborn. So that's when we start getting into the heart of it and things that we experience as a zygote, fetus, an infant, and even how trauma in the womb is actually something researched nowadays. So have a good weekend. Send an email if you have a question, and see you guys next week.